when I first conducted this experiment, somebody asked me, so because we have similar genetic makeup with them, our things that enhances their memory also enhances ours. So some of these things, like you see, Gombe State University is very beautiful. There are trees, we have zoological garden and a lot more. So all these things are things that usually enhances somebody's memory. So he can remember. So we can use it in different animals. Imagine your class being like this, so beautiful with a lot of colors, projector and a lot more. So it enhances learning. Also look at a classroom setting here, and then you can see the toys and a lot more. When you are tired, the neurons functions like workaholics, so they need something that stimulates them to do more. So I challenge our teachers to make our classroom to look like this, right? Yeah, so the brain is just like a plastic. You know, when you pick a plastic and then you put it on top of fire, it melts. So when you expose the brain to things that enhances its functions, it can change. That's why the brain of a farmer that doesn't go to school is static, boom. While your brain is always changing so that you can memorize, learn, do mathematics and a lot more. So this is environmental enrichment, to beautify a place. Always rest, play sports and do a lot of things. Physical activity, nutrition, you take good diet. It's not good for you not to eat well. You have to balance your diet, early exercise, and then at younger age do a lot of things that will enhance your memory. Don't read in a place that is dark. It doesn't encourage learning. So all these are things. Avoid stress that enhances neuronal function. So an animal research has played a huge role in psychology. But more importantly, the image of cat pulling cat around floor as a relaxation from psychology is something that needs to be learned and understand. So basically, before you can become a neuroscientist, you choose your career in secondary school, pass these courses, English, maths, physics, chemistry, biology, if you are for the social science, economics, and lots more, and then you can get admission into Gombe State University and then study different courses that you like. From there, you can pick a career and become a neuroscientist. You can, more especially those that will study life sciences, have more chances to do that, but there is no boundary to that. Abroad, Professor Osman Bala went to UK, Dundee, and then study masters there, and then he also went to Malaysia and studied neuroscience there. So you can see there is diversity in neuroscience. So first and foremost, you have to either study these courses, anatomy, physiology, biology at undergraduate level, and then from there, you read a lot of things about neuroscience on papers, apply for neuroscience schools, do research, like Doris has done her research, Zarao have done their research in neuroscience and neurobehavior, and then from there you make a lot of applications, and then you can go to masters, do your masters, either physiology, anatomy, psychology, engineering, computer, and then from there you can either become a computational neuroscientist or a behavioral neuroscientist, depending on. And if you like, you can come and become lecturers like us. You can go to industry and work, and then you can go to media houses and become a specialist on reporting. The last thing we did in 2019, we trained 35 scientists and 35 journalists on how to report usually findings from universities. So these are places that you can work: university, government agencies, industries, hospitals, and then this is the mother body of all brain studies and researches in the world. International Brain Research Organization, and they are the ones that funded this program. You have National Institute of Health in the US, and then you have Wellcome Trust. They also give support. You can organize outreach at your own secondary school and then enlighten people about brain functions, normal physiology, normal body functions, and a lot more. So usually you can be engineer, teachers, travel agent, artist, counselors, editors. So men ought to know that from the brain, and from the brain only arise our pleasures, our joys, our sorrow, our jest. Though it's in particular we think we see, we distinguish the bad from the good, the ugly from the beautiful, and the pleasant from the unpleasant. So discovery is to see what everybody has seen and to think what nobody has thought. So at this point, can we do the quiz again? Our students, give them a few papers to see whether they have learned what we have said today. So let's see. Definition of neuroscience. Just a sample of 3 per row maybe. So just the answers. Neurons is defined as neuroscience is defined as the study of, and then neuroscience can be classified into and the nervous system is divided into dash, dash, and dash. The functional units. So we have 3 minutes to do this to see whether we have learned. Something. So are we done? So come on, while Akram is talking, you finish this stuff.
Good afternoon all. Good afternoon. My name is Ahmad Abdulganiyu Akram. I'm a level 4 medical student, and I'm just here to give you a piece of motivation on how Trend motivated me to study medicine. I was in SS3 or SS2, I can't actually remember which one, when we came for an outreach like this. So during the outreach, I saw my teachers. I saw Dr. Usman Bala, I saw Dr. Mustafa, and I saw Dr. Mahmoud Bukar. So I was sitting and looking at them, looking at the way they spoke, looking at the knowledge in their brains, looking at what they've achieved. I decided I want to be someone like them. It's not actually easy because there are going to be like roadblocks that are going to stop you from achieving what you actually want to achieve. But the key is just consistency. I think I want to share, I think we all know Elon Musk, the world richest man. He started a company with about $100 million. The reason why he put those funds into that company was just because his scientists told him it would work out. He wanted to build a spaceship. His scientists told him it's going to work out, but nobody has ever tried that in the world. He wanted to build a spaceship that you can use it like twice or thrice, just like the normal cars we have. He wanted a spaceship that you would go to the space, you would come back, you use the spaceship and go back again. Nobody has ever done that. The first attempt he made, while taking off, the spaceship blew. So it was like he lost that $100 million. More like $100 million is just like 50 billion naira now. So he wasn't deterred by that event, that blowing up of the spaceship. Now look at where he is. He's the world's richest man. I can give you a lot of examples. We know a footballer, Cristiano Ronaldo. He tries so hard. He works day and night. His exercise, most of the footballers cannot compete with his exercise. But look at where he is now. Look at the fruits his labor is giving. So I just want to tell you that in your path, whatever career you want to take, whatever career path you want, be it medicine, engineering, history, sociology, you can make a difference. So you just have to work hard and be consistent. Thank you.
Okay, so I think, please, you can collect they are done with it. Definition of neuroscience. Neuroscience can be classification, nervous system, this. So please give her, I know that you must have all understood everything. Cool? So at this point, I would like to express our appreciation to International Brain Research Organization, the Vice Chancellor of Gombe State University, who ought to be here with us, but due to a lot of engagement, he also appreciated you and extend his goodwill to all of you. Directors of Trent, the Dean, Basic Medical Sciences, Dr. Osman Bala, Science Communication Hub, all the participating schools, because it has not been easy. We really appreciate you and we really thank you. And of course, the team, the LOC team, all these guys that are here, the students that came on board in order to see to the success of this event. Thank you very much. And you can see Akram. Look at Akram here. He's the one that just spoke to you right away. So we intentionally left him at the last, and then today he stood before you. He's a 400 level MBBS student. This is Sabiu. This was in 2017, and a lot of them are here, right? So tomorrow we will put your pictures here, God willing, as some people that participated. So this is what we anticipate in the future, where a primary school student will go to the lab, conduct research, and then tell us what he has found. So thank you all for your time. I will hand over to the Dean, Basic Medical Sciences, to proceed with other activities.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mustafa. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. And at this point, I believe to have learned a lot, especially our students. They have a change of mind regarding what brain is all about. More importantly, I want to emphasize on three things. Irrespective of whatever field you want to succeed in life, you have to take care of these three things. To our students, the good message is you should avoid drugs in whatever forms. Drug abuse we have had is one of the major causes of brain damage. If you damage your brain, you can't be even a plumber. You can't, in fact, you just be a nobody in society. So please, preserve your brain. The God that created the brain for you, put it in a bonish because of its importance, and therefore please avoid any form of drug abuse. This is one of the major problems we have in our society. Smoking, alcohol, you have heard, you have seen. These are some of the things that can easily damage your life. I want to give a very short, 30-second short story of a medical student who was doing excellently in year one. And because of some peer group influence and whatsoever, he started taking drugs. And in less than 6 months of his drugs abuse, he was withdrawn from the medical school. Of course, it's so sad. It's not a good story to share with you, but I felt if you want to be fair to your society, fair to your parents, fair to whoever is around you, we have a lot of hope in you. We are seeing great people in front of us, and therefore we have to tell you the truth that you have to avoid drugs. Please, please, even paracetamol you shouldn't take without prescription of a doctor. If it happens you have to take, ask your parent. Maybe they will give you permission for that. Addiction is one of the things that I think Dr. Mustafa or one of the presenters made. You can't just be addicted to something simply because you underrate its negative side. So please stay away from drugs of whatever form, smoking, alcohol. These three things are dangerous to your brain, and they can damage your brain, and they can damage your entire life. Thank you very much. Of course, a lot of things have been said. I think we don't need to continue repeating them. Now, the next and almost maybe the last thing we're going to do is to see what our younger ones have done in kind of innovation. But before then, we have a very good personality that is with us since we started. He represents the Director of Research and Innovation, Gombe State University. This is a directorate where all innovations, where all good things about research are documented, and we always partnered with them, so we have some remarks from him. But before then, our volunteers should quickly allocate space for the schools that are ready for the exhibition, so that after his remarks, the next thing we can go around and see what these younger ones have invented or maybe created, so that they can tell us what they have, the idea behind everything, and at least some judges will come and evaluate, and everybody is free to move around, ask everybody. As I said, today is our day. If you think you have anything to ask me, I will come down, we interact, so that at least in the next 1 hour, we'll benefit a lot from what we're all here for. Dr. Zubairu is the so Dr. So do we have this? Okay. Okay, so we make it very much easier and faster. We call school, and one person from the school will stand and go behind. We'll give you a station. Stand in that station. That is your school station. And when it is time for the exhibition, the remaining team members will go and join the persons. Is it clear? Is it clear? Ekwa Kaltingo?
No, sir. Next one.
Okay. Jibuis Gombe. One person should go behind.
The first table there, you should stay there, please.
Gombe International School.
Gombe International School.
One person should go behind.
Same table as GBUs, please.
Science 2. Science 2. Science 1.
Same table, please.
Science 1. Yaya Ahmad Model School, YAMS.
Science 1 and Science 2 should be in the same table, please.
GSS Kaltungo. GSS Kaltungo.
Kaltingo and Yahama should be on the same station, please.
Evangel. Asma'u Memorial. One student from Asma'u Memorial.
Evangel and Asma Memorial should be on the same station, please.
GSS Gandu. GSS Gandu. And lastly, Penn Resource Academy.
Both results and
Resource
assembly should be
Academy.
on the same station, please. Zubairu Suleiman for a remark representing Directorate of Research and Development, Gombe State University. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. Please, a round of applause for you. A round of applause for you, please.
Thank you very much for having me, the Dean, Faculty of Basic and Medical Sciences, Gombe State University, the National Coordinator, Trend, and the Local Organizing Committee, another representative also from the Department of Human Anatomy, my namesake, Malan Zubairu. You are also welcome. The participating schools, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Zubairu Suleiman from Department of Science Education, Faculty of Education, Gombe State University. So already this is automatically testifying to the fact that neuroscience is not only for those in the sciences. We also have something to share or to relate with the neuroscience. I stand here to represent the Directorate of Research and Innovation or Development, Gombe State University, in person of Professor O.A. Adepoju. Professor O.A. Adepoju, as the Director of Research and Innovation in the university, is from my faculty. Is my senior colleague who was also my mentor or still my mentor in academics. So I'm a member to the board, so I stand here to represent the directorate and specifically to represent him. I am very much delighted with a lot of presentations that have been made by our students, particularly who are our students in this university from different departments ranging from perhaps medical sciences to human physiology and so on. This is quite impressive, and I commend your effort, and I hope you will sustain it and you will continue to grow. Especially to make a remark on this particular program from the Directorate of Research and Innovation. I think this program is very relevant and also very timely, especially with regards to the activities of the directorate, because the university has this directorate to coordinate and also to regulate and also to promote research activities and also innovations. And since our students in secondary schools, young scientists, are inventing projects as a result of research and some inventions in the area of innovation, I think this is quite impressive. The directorate will always be glad to collaborate, especially to see how some of these projects, the models, the exhibitions that we will see later on immediately after my remark, how some of these worthy of recommendation, how they can be taken to the directorate, and how the directorate can come in to help the school or the individuals who have developed this kind of projects. So I assure you that on behalf of the directorate, because I'm fully aware of what the Directorate of Research and Development or Innovation does, so I'm sure they will be able to collaborate, partner with every school that has a very good innovation. And another interesting thing I want to say is that the Directorate of Research and Development of this university has also an office attached to it with regards to patenting of properties, intellectual property. I know the director is the one coordinating the office, officially given by the university management. So if there are good innovations that wants to be patented, so still the directorate will come in to see how these innovations can be registered. That is the issue of patenting. To register to ensure that your copyright is protected, your right as the inventor or innovator who has invented something is protected. And then the university will continue to promote it and others will subscribe to it, and you will continue to gain a lot, to gain popularity, and also perhaps to gain income. Are you following? Because when you produce something, you should be able to generate something for you. Are you following? So I think these are some of the things I want to say. With regards to the materials, although I have not seen them, but we will see them, I'm sure generally, from Faculty of Education, when materials as a result of research are produced, at the end of the day, they become materials that will facilitate teaching and learning in the relevant area where those materials were produced. And essentially, I obtained my PhD in educational technology, and that is the area that deals with instructional media. So we see all of these things that you have produced as instructional media. Are you following? So therefore, these things will help not only to research, directorate, and also the patenting I mentioned earlier, but they can equally help teachers who will teach various concepts that are related to those materials that are produced. So I encourage that the program coordinator will try to see how some of these materials can be given to teachers or lecturers in the university, particularly perhaps in the either Department of Human Anatomy or Human Physiology, his department as the head, or perhaps in medical sciences, how they can help to promote teaching and learning in those areas so that they will now become instructional media or instructional materials. I just want to comment on, partly on some of the presentations while commending the presentations that were made by our students from different programs. I think there was someone who made a presentation on learning and memory, who specifically focused on conditional and unconditional reflexes. So I expect that as something also related to it, because conditional reflexes and unconditional reflexes was an experimentation on dogs by Ivan Pavlov. So there was also another experimentation on rats by B.F. Skinner, which was called classical conditioning and operant conditioning. So I think this is also important to be incorporated when talking about learning and memory. Especially this will help in the next program that will come on board. So I think with this, I'm happy to be here. I have learned quite a lot of things also, even though I'm a lecturer, but I have come into another platform. I have seen a lot of new things, and definitely it is going to improve myself and my career. Thank you very much. I welcome all of you, and I hope we'll have a successful program up to the end, and I wish everybody Johnny Messi back to their destination.
Thank you very much. So please and please, the school should make a display of all they have. The assessment is going to be now, and then eventually after the assessment, we are going to have group photograph. So even the audience, there are posters, you can see them at different locations, and we have the LOCs that are